right? So the main purpose of giving an assignments are you should understand how to write a mapper. Why should I extend the mapper class? If I extend the mapper class, what are the things I need to take care? What are the things I need to take care? If I extend the reducer, what are the things I need to take care? So when to go with reducer, when to not go with reducer, right? So these things you will get familiar. So that's why I ask you to do with a, so that's why I ask you guys for doing assignments. Okay. Anyway, today also we'll be explaining one of the example, and based on that, you guys will try to understand. So now I'm going to ask you guys to simple example. Now you guys need to answer for me. So you guys need to answer for that. Okay.
We have. I just have one doubt. Where are all assignments here in Google Drive? In which folder?
All the programs you're asking about.
Yes. Is it in Big Data Solutions, Hadoop Notes, and then
Yes.
Hadoop HDFS?
Under the big data solutions, under that notes, big data solutions. Go to
Okay,
notes.
here.
No to
Yes.
notes. Under the notes you have a Mapreduce. Under the Mapreduce you have a programs, and this is
Okay,
a
yeah.
all the programs. This is a project. Okay, this is a project. You need to download it and pay, and you can import as a project. So either way you can do it. It's a project, so it has all the programs. All the programs are there. Not only the programs what we are discussing, some input formats, output formats, the advanced concept programs are also there. Okay, so what we are discussing is MR jobs. What we are discussing MR jobs. We have seen word count program. Sorry. So we have seen grep program. Grep means searching for the specific word. Okay, and I have given exercise of uh, SED program. SED. SED. The SED program is not there here, but it will be there in a, where it is.
Thank you. Thanks. I'll try this
Yeah,
today.
set program very simple. Set program is there. Oh, it's not there. Okay, then good. You guys try it. Set is nothing. So you have to search for the specific word. If the word is there, you just need to replace the word. Replace the word. That's all about your Java skill. So okay. But why I have asked you to do it, because you'll come to know what are the things I need to consider for a specific problem. Let's say if I give a problem, for that problem, what is a K1, what is a V1, whether I need a reducer or not. So all these things will come to know. That's why I have given as exercise. Okay. Okay. The next exercise is, now you guys need to tell me. Okay. You guys need to tell me. I'll write the code here. So I want to understand uh, how much you guys understood. Okay. Now I have a file. I have a file. The file is, let me show you a file here. I have a file like this. In this file, I want to find out the maximum lengthy word. Whose word is maximum length? Which word is the bigger word? So the biggest word in the all this complete data. The biggest word in the this complete data. So do you guys understand the problem statement? The problem statement is, I want to find out the biggest or largest word in this document. Largest word in the this document. That's the problem statement. That's a problem statement. So tell me guys, so what needs to be done first? Next, so what is my key? So tell me, please unmute and talk.
Okay, here we will read all facts each line by line. and then each line will convert into token.
Okay.
After once we'll to convert it to token, then we'll separate those token into small strings separated by spaces.
Okay.
Once, and then each word will count length of word by, will convert it into string, and string dot length we can count string dot length, and we can keep track of it, and then we can compare all the strings string lengths, and we can get maximum strings.
Okay. Very good. So very good. Very good. So let me take a simple example here. Let me take a simple example here. Hi all. How are you? How is your preparation? How is your preparation? Hadoop is open source. Open source framework. Open source framework. Hadoop has good ecosystem. Hadoop has good ecosystem. Okay, this is my file. So in this file I need to find out what is the biggest word. What is the biggest word? So now you guys tell me. So is it text file? So text input format. Text input format. If it is a text file, text input format. Yes or no? If it is a text file, I'll go with the text input format. Correct? Anila, are you there? Shravani, are you able to follow? Okay. So if it is a text input format, my K1 will be long writable. My V1 will be text. That is by default. So you cannot do anything. So if you're taking input as a text file, so that's the text input format. Now my K2 V2 I need to find out. My K2 is, what is my problem statement? Maximum length word. What is the problem statement? Max lengthy word. Maximum length word. This is my problem statement. Find the maximum lengthy word. So what I need to do, my final output? My final output should come word and length of it. Correct? And length of it. So length of it. So now can you guys tell me whether I need a reducer or not here? Do I need a reducer or not?
Yes, we need reducer, I think.
Okay. So Sunil, are you there? Masudan?
Yes, yes, Ravi.
Yeah, please tell me whether I need a reducer or not here.
Yes, we need reducer to find the maximum length of string.
Okay. Anyone else? Masudan, Shravani?
I don't think it
Uh,
is required here. We are not doing any shuffle, sort and shuffle.
Why we will do the short and shuffle? We, in the sense, framework will automatically do that.
After that, we are not going to add all those keywords or not. We are not doing anything, right?
Okay, that you guys need to think and tell me. Okay, based on the Based on the your problem statement, you guys tell me whether I need to go with the reducer or not.
If the file is storing in the single block, we don't need.
No,
We need reducer
okay. No, always think.
because based
Yeah.
on the input slips, each mapper is assigned. If some we do that logic in the mapper, right? So some other split may have word which is having more length. We never know. So reducer, once we shorten shuffle and get to the reducer, then we will find the maximum length out of all the mappers.
Excellent, excellent. So, wow, the initial explanation was worked very well. So thanks for that. See here clearly, whenever you take an input, don't limit yourself to a small input block. Small input block. So there may be multiple blocks may come, right? So don't limit yourself for the small input split. So let's say this data might be splitted into two blocks. Let's assume that this data is splitted into two blocks. Now two input splits. So how many mappers will launch? Two mappers. How many mappers will launch? Two mappers. Mapper 1, mapper 2. Mapper 1 says my preparation is the biggest word. Correct? Mapper 1 says it's the biggest word. And mapper 2 may have something other biggest word. If you don't have a reducer, which word is the biggest word? So see, at the end we need the biggest word, max lengthy word in the document. Finally we want only one, right? So if mapper 1 is telling me I am a biggest word, mapper 2 is telling XYZ is the biggest word, so which one you take? You cannot go ahead and compare later, right? So we need a reducer here. We need a reducer. Yes, you guys are correct, but whether you are telling just you're guessing or whether do you really have a reason behind it, that's why I ask you to why we need it. Yes, we need a reducer because when you have a bigger data set, mapper 1 says that this is a maximum word, mapper 2 says this is my maximum word, mapper 3 says this is my maximum word, and XYZ and so on. So all this mapper output has to collect. At the reduce level, reducer has to tell you this is the biggest word in the complete data set. This is the biggest word in the complete data set. Now, right? So let me tell you, my K3 will be word, which is a text. My V3 will be long writable, which is a number, Now, you guys need to tell me the logic of mapper. If you guys tell me, I'll write it here. So if you guys tell me, I'll write it here. So I don't know how to write a mapper and reducer. You guys tell me, I will write it here. First, what I need to do? It's a mapper class. The class name is Max Mapper. Let's say just Max Mapper. Max word mapper. Anyway, whatever I would say, Max Mapper.java. So tell me guys what I need to do here. Class.
First, read the file
No.
line by line.
I want the code, Sulabha, because I want to understand whether you guys are the syntactically correct or not. Mapper, Max Mapper. So from here I need what I need to do here. What I need to extends. What I need to do this. Class Mapper, Max Mapper extends.
Extends mapper.
Okay. Extends Mapper. Okay. Then I need to pass K1 V1. What I need to pass here? Long writable.
Right.
Text. Next, what is my K2? text and long writable.
Can we take unwritable here instead of long writable?
Yes, we can take it. This one you're talking about, right? Are you talking about
Yes.
this?
The other one.
Me
Yeah,
too.
this one.
You can write it, but that you can write it. There won't be a very biggest value. Yeah. Now, next, what I need to do here? Tell me, guys.
Override the map method.
Map method. Okay. Tell me what is a map method? Tell me. What are the parameters a map method will take? Anila, Matsudan, Shravani, Srikanth.
Same as we declared there, long writable.
Okay.
Text.
Wrong writable key, comma, text, value, comma, context. There is something called context. What is the context? What is the context object? The context object is the object which contains the, it's a mapper context object which contains the configurations, record reader, input split, output committer, right? All the information will be there in the context. Okay. So what I need to write? So you guys understand, right? So I want you guys to remember this syntax. So tomorrow when you go for interviews, if someone asks you to write a program, you should be, your hands should not stuck while you are writing a program. It should not stuck what next, whether it is a public or it's a protected or a void, what it is. So that should not be there. So when you will not face that problem, when you practice more. Okay, please practice more. So I'm not going to kill your time, so I'm going to show you the program how it will work. Please, okay, please practice it more. Let's look at here. Maximum length word, maximum length word. Now as I said earlier, you can have a different files for the different classes. Like a mapper you have a different class, reducer you have a different class, and driver can have a different class, or you can also have everything in a single file, or everything in a single file. So I'm writing everything in a single file now. So I don't want to maintain multiple files, I want to maintain the single file. Everything I'm writing into a single file. What I'm doing here, my Maxlengthword mapper, which is extended the mapper, my key K1 V1 I know because I'm taking a text input format. K2 V2 I know because what I'm going to emit, right? So after that, what I have done, I have taken some temporary variables. Why I have taken the temporary variables? I'll tell you. Because you are going to compare with each word, right? So when you are comparing with each word, the word should store somewhere. The previous word should store somewhere to compare with a new word. So that's why I have taken some temporary variables. And now try to understand about the setup method. What is the setup method? Try to understand, guys. Setup method is a method which is mainly used for initializing the objects, or initializing the variable. This setup method will execute before executing your map method. Without executing setup method, your map method will not execute. Let's say you have some problem in the setup method, complete flow will break, your map method will not execute. Setup method is the the first method which will execute before your map method, and your setup method will execute only once in a life of your mapper, only once in a life of your complete mapper. So even though your map method may execute multiple times, even though your map method may execute multiple times, because based on the number of lines in the input split, in this your map method will execute 3 times, line 1, line 2, line 3, 3 times. In this your map method will execute 2 times. But here the setup method will execute only once. Here also the setup method will execute only once, right? For each mapper, the setup method will execute only once in a life of mapper. Next, coming to map method. What I'm doing as a setup, I'm just initializing the variables, temporary variables. I'm just doing some assignments. Okay. Next, in the map method, what I'm trying to do, I'm taking my key and value. I'm taking the value. Why I'm converting into string? Anyone? Why do I need to convert into string?
String class has all the easily accessible methods which are defined.
Very good. So your text class does not have methods like a contains or length or substring, to upper, to lower. What are the operations we do with the strings? Those operations are not available with your string class. Sorry, your test class. Text class. So let's look at here. When you go with you have only these constructors. Let me show you the methods. Get bytes, get length, and find, get method. Only these methods are available. You don't have like a substring. You don't have something called contains. You don't have something called uh, converting into lowercase, converting into uppercase. That kind of string operations are not there in your text class, right? Your text class, those options are not available. So that's why we need to convert into string class. That's why we need to convert our text object into string object. Okay. After converting that, we're passing this string to a tokenizing. As Sulba said, we need to break into words first. After breaking them into words, going through each word, first, initially, what is your token? Temp token. Your temp token is empty. Okay. Your temp token is empty. Okay. And your temp token length, initially it is empty. Now what you are taking? You are taking from collection of tokens. So first token will come. In this example, if you see here, what is the very first token? Hi, because it will read first line. No, your map method will execute for first line. No, so first token is hi. So here, if you look at here, hi dot length is greater than temp dot length. What is your temp? The temp one is above this. This is temp. The temp. So empty. Initially, your temp is empty. So initially the temp is empty. So what we are doing now? We are taking the first word hi. We are taking the first line. We are breaking into words. In that, I'm taking the first word. I'm comparing this word with. I'm comparing this word length with the temporary word length. So anyway, the temporary word length is empty very first time, and your high length is 2. Now it is greater. Your high word is greater than your temporary word. Now what you are doing? Temp equal to high. So in this case, temp equal to your current word. So now temp length equal to current length. So now if you guys look at here, if I take two words, one is the temporary word, and length. So initially it is 0, empty. 0 means empty. This is 0. So when I got the high, this word will come high now. This length will be 2. Length will be 2. Now the loop runs for next word, no? The loop will runs for next. Next word is all. Next word is all. Coming to here. Temp token current word all dot length greater than temp word is high. In the temp, what is there? High is there. Temp dot length. That what is the length? 2. So all is greater than high. Yes, correct. All is greater than, because all is 3 words, three characters. All is 3 characters. High is only 2 characters. Now this temp will become, it will strike out, the temp will become all, and the length will become 3. Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you guys able to follow? Now the first line is completed. The first line is completed. Second line. Now the second line map method will execute. No, second line the map method will execute. So now you need to understand one thing here. Your temp and length are global variables. Your temp and length are global variables, class level variables. Look at here. Global variables. Temp length. Your temp length is global variables. Global variables. Your temp and temp length is global. So forget about the line, guys. So we need only temp and temp length. These two are global variables. So the global variables will not change for each mapper, because those are global. It's not local variables. Now the next line, how. Now how will come here. Second is broken. After breaking into words, it will take the how. How is greater than temp dot all. Temp dot length. What is the temp? Which is a all. So all size is 3, and how size is also 3. The conditional satisfy? The condition is satisfy? No. Next ARE. Next word is ARE. ARE length is 3 and all length also 3. Is the condition is satisfied? No. The next word is U. U length is 3 and the temp word, which is all. Both are similar. The condition is not satisfied. Next, third line. How. How is greater than all? No. Greater than equal. It is equal, not greater than. Now, is greater than all? Yes. It is great. I mean, all is greater. Not is not greater. All is greater. Now, your is greater than all. So, what will happen? Your temp will become your temp will become your, and length will become 4. Now next, preparation. Preparation is greater than your. True. Preparation is greater than yours. So yours will strike out preparation, and length is 11. So in this mapper, the first mapper 1, in this mapper, what is the biggest word? Preparation. But is that a final output? No. There is something called another mapper. It will repeat same for mapper 1 and mapper 2. Do you guys understand or not? Do you guys understood?
Yes.
Matsudan, Shravani, Srinivas, Sulba, Sunil, Venkat.
Yes, Ravi. Yes, Ravi. Nice.
And Matsudan, Shravani.
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay. So if you observe one more thing here closely, if you observe one more thing closely here, in the map method, did I write context dot write? Until unless I write a context dot write, the output will not write into file. Until unless I write a context dot write method, the output will not go to output not emit from the map method. Have I done that? Have I done that? No. But where I have written that? In the cleanup method. The cleanup method. What is a cleanup method? Cleanup method is a method which will execute after the map method. After the map method. Your map method may run 10 times or 20 times or 100 times for the one split. One split I'm talking about. So your cleanup method will execute after completing your map process. The last process or last method is a cleanup method. What is the purpose of the cleanup method? The purpose of the cleanup method, if you have open any connections, or if you have open any files, or if you have open anything in the setup method, or you are making use them into map method, you want to close the resources, you want to clean up some services, you want to stop some services, that kind of things will keep in a cleanup method. So I'm taking advantage of that. Your cleanup method will execute only once in the life of mapper. So that's why I'm keeping in the context dot write in the I'm keeping a context dot write in the cleanup method. What is the advantage by keeping your context dot write in the cleanup method? Guys, it is different for the different use case. So you cannot always go and keep your context dot write in the cleanup method. You cannot do always. So it is based on the use case. But in this use case, I feel it is good to have a in the cleanup method. Why? If I do the same context dot write in here or inside the if condition, because I want to get the greater value. If I do this, what will happen? For each line, look at guys here. Look at here. This is a little bit important to understand. What is the bigger word in the line 1? What is the bigger word in the line 1? So what it will do, the mapper output, M1 output, I'm talking about M1 output. So first when I execute the line 1, I have written the context here. If you see in the line number 130 in my file, so context I have written. So what it will do, in the line 1, all is a bigger word. It will written like this. In the line 2, how is the bigger word? It will written 3. And line 3, preparation is a bigger word. Preparation is the bigger word. It will emit. And if you take mapper 2, very first time 6 words. So Hadoop is the bigger word. This is a mapper output, guys. This is a mapper output. I'm not explaining here. It's output. No, I think framework will come a bigger word, but if I have only taken 2 words here. And next also ecosystem will be bigger. 6, 7, 10. Now the reducer has to take from here 3 key value pairs, from here 2 key value pairs. Your reducer has to take from here 3 key value pair, from here 2 key value pair. So now total 5 key value pair has to be processed by whom? Your reducer. Instead of that, if I write my context dot write in the cleanup method, at the end I want the biggest word from the mapper 1. I want the biggest word from the mapper 2. Only one biggest word will be there. There'll not be a multiple biggest words, right? So if I take like that, the mapper 1 will give me only one biggest word, because at the end of all execution only it is giving me the output. If I keep in the cleanup method, keep it in the cleanup method, here I'm not emitting this. Anyway, I'm not emitting this. I'm emitting at the last. At the last, what will be temp value? Whatever the maximum value in the that complete split. Whatever the maximum value in the that complete split. What is the maximum length? That's the maximum length of the complete split, not the file, complete split. So now your cleanup method will emit one key value pair like a preparation from this example, and a mapper to ecosystem is a bigger value. Now how many key value pairs has to process? From here one, from here one. Only two key value pair has to be processed. So now your reducer can be processed very quickly. Understood, guys?
Yes, Ravi. Just after a while we could have done it, right?
Okay.
There also same context.
If you keep it after a while,
Yeah, just after a while.
yeah, if you keep after a while, what is happening? Irrespective of your condition, every time it will emit. For each word it will commit. Look at here. I'm finding the suppose first it came high.
Okay.
High came. High is not greater than, let's assume that. It's not greater. But still you are emitting. That's wrong, right?
Emitting that.
After a while is wrong. For each, if you keep after a while, okay, so after a while, so I have kept in wrong place. Let me take it.
Yes.
Even though if you keep after a while also the same. Look at here. This is the while loop. In the while loop, what you are doing? You are keeping your, for each line, you are getting some token. For each line you are getting, your map method is, so you need to understand this way. Your map method is execute for each line. Your map method execute for each line. So each line will give an output.
Okay.
So I don't want the output for each line.
Record reader.
Yes. So I want the output for complete split. One output for the complete split, not for the each line. Clear?
Yeah. Yes, Ravi. Fine.
So it's not always true. You should not keep always in the cleanup method, but based on the use case, what type of use case you are using, based on the use case, you have to keep your work, whether you have to go with the context right in the cleanup method or in the map method. Anyway, you cannot keep in the setup method. Setup method's main purpose is completely different. You cannot keep context right here. Context are right, you can keep either map method or in a cleanup method. But when to go for the cleanup method, when to go for context method, it's based on the your use case. Understood? So now what I got, mapper 1 give me one output, mapper 2 give me another output. The same logic in my reducer also, because in the reducer also I need to do the same. Reducer also I need to find out the maximum length word. In the reducer also I need to do a maximum length word. So I'm also taking here temp and length, and my key is the temp word. My Hadoop may be there in multiple words, no? Hadoop may be there in multiple places, right? Mapper 1 may have Hadoop, Mapper 2 also can have Hadoop, Mapper 3 also can have Hadoop. So we go through all the key and value. We'll take the key and the value. Here the question is here you no need to consider a value here. You no need to consider a value. Why? Because we need the key. Based on the key I can get the length. Then why should I go with the value? I don't need a value. I'm talking about K2. I don't need my K2 here. Oh, sorry, V2. I don't need a V2 because I'm not going to consider it. For my further processing. In the reducer, if I know key, yes, I can easily get key dot length, converting it to string and length and temp length. So finally I can get it. And here also I should have only one output, the complete output. Only one output. Not the each word wise. I want the complete final output. That's why in the reducer also I have written the context dot write in the cleanup method. Very simple logic, guys. Whenever you want a single output out of complete process, let's say if you have conducted election, how many people will win? The winner will be only one, not first one, second one, third one. No, winner will be only one guy. If anyone that kind of use cases, you will go with your context write will go into your context dot write will go into cleanup method. Let's say I have given some numbers. In that I want to first 10 numbers. That kind of first 10 numbers only want. So that time also we'll go with the cleanup method. Not for each word, not for each word. Whatever we have seen in word count or grep, that is for each word or each line. But here it's not for each line. The whole data set, one only should be there. One. Maximum guy means only one guy will be there. Maximum length word means only one word will be there. You may say that equal may be there, no? Hadoop, 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 all are same length. I can display, no? Hadoop is only one word, right? Let's say if I take Hadoop and similar something layer, something there, but I cannot consider it. So I cannot display both. Yes, so yeah, correct. I do agree. We are duplicating the code here. So you can write your own optimized code. You can if you want. I agree. I totally agree with for you. In this use case, you don't have any other option. In this use case, you don't have any other option. Okay, we are duplicating the code. The purpose is same, so we are duplicating it. We have to do it. Okay. First thing is we are calculating complete split wise. We're calculating the maximum word. The next phase, the first phase in the mapper phase, for each split, for each input split, we are finding the maximum word. In the second reducer phase, for each mapper output, we are finding the maximum keyword. So in this use case, yes, we have to do the duplicate. We have to duplicate. Are you guys clear about the maximum length word key and job? Yes, you guys are very much clear about the job, the job code. Like similar, you have to go job extend the configure tools and you have to set code. One day I'll explain detail about why set and why get. I think we have seen it in the last class. Anyway, I'll explain one more time, not to worry. So why these things? These are all similar, guys. These are all similar. So this will not change. Okay. Are you guys clear about this? Are you guys clear about this maximum length word?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going to execute this program. I want you guys to execute and send me the results. Guys, I see that. Please try to do hands-on. So it's not required. You need to send me, but if you try it, yes, it's good. It's good. So you don't need to send me, but uh, be get the hands-on on your skill. Okay, I hope everyone is understand the mapper, reducer, and driver. So I'm getting the good answers from you guys. Yes, I'm really happy seeing that. Like what is a mapper, when to go for the mapper one, when to go for the reducer, what is a K1, what is a V1. You guys are giving very nice answers. I'm really happy for that. But please practice more programs. So tomorrow we'll see that one thing. I'll just give a clue now what we are going to discuss tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to discuss something called I want to pass. I want to pass some parameters to my map method. How will I pass? I want to pass some parameters to my map method. How will I pass? That's the one we are going to see tomorrow. And other one is, as of now, this is a predefined data type. I mean, your wrapper class data type. And this is also, maybe my K2 may be employee type. My K2, where I'm taking a text here, long writable, right? My K2 may be a employee type or student type or some XYZ type, my custom data type. So how will I handle that? How will I create my custom data types? How will I create my custom data types? So we're going to see that tomorrow. Okay, guys, please execute this program. I want you guys to execute this program. So I can code it. I can type and write the program in the classroom, but it will take so much of time. I don't want to waste a time simply writing code in the classroom. Anyway, the code is already available. I'll just go ahead and explain that. Okay. Anyway, the code is designed by me only before for the previous classes. So I face some problem there sitting and typing the program here, and it takes so much of time. So that's why the readily available code I'm explaining you guys. So you guys can also understand the concept, how it will work, and what is the main purpose. The logic made different from my logic to your logic. My map logic I have taken like this. So why should I take temp here? Directly I'll take the token. Then I'll take the token here. I'll take the token here. Then I'll convert into toString. I'll convert into toString. Then I'll find the length. This is also obviously correct. So one guy have their own different logic. So the logic is the not main important here, the concept. Okay, please guys, please execute these programs. These programs are available in the drive as shown before. So let me show you one more time. Here you have the programs. Go to programs, this project, go src com Vera, in that mr, inside the mr you have a jobs, inside the jobs maximum length word job. This is a Java file, it has the code. Okay, you guys try to modify the code, get the code, try to do all these things. Okay, thank you guys, thanks for your time, have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Shravani, Sachin, Aparna, please stay back. I'll just log out and re-log in. Please stay back. I'll just log out and re-log in.
Hi, sir. Okay.
Hey, hi. Please stay back. I will just come back.
Yeah, sure.